Hello everyone, I'm the Adventure Jew, and welcome to an extra video for the Henry Stickmin Collection. This isn't gonna be a video about finding every single reference, rather, I want to go over opposite outcomes that completing the mission has with one of the other games. Before I get started, I want to clarify what I mean by opposite outcome. It's basically where an option is a fail in breaking the bank, escaping the prison, stealing the diamond, infiltrating the airship, or fleeing the complex, but was a success in completing the mission. Or it can be a success in any of these games. The same option is a fail in completing the mission. And as usual, I will go in the endings in the order that I got them. So starting with an option in fleeing the complex, we've seen plenty of characters that's try. We've seen Henry and some others try to snipe while operating a motor vehicle, but it didn't really work out.
Got him. Wait. Oh.
But there's actually a more direct example of Henry himself trying this, but it ended up failing on him. This was specifically during this scene. You can try to shoot back, this gives a new meaning to watch out for that tree.
Wait, what?
Because, Henry ran into a tree when trying that.
Oh,
But Henry tries it again in Toppat King.
Just you wait till my friend gets here. Yeah, sure.
It actually works out in this instance. And somehow he doesn't kill Reginald in the process. This is why you never try to shoot someone while others while operating a motor vehicle. Pretty much anything you can do while operating a motor vehicle is insanely dangerous.
if he tried to use a revolver here, he'd wait until high noon 30 to shoot.
Certainly feels like it. One of the endings involves Reginald almost saving Henry, but for some reason intentionally just throws him off.
That was a close one, Henry. But I'm not going to pull you up. See, without you, I become the leader of the Toppats clan again. I just wanted to look you in the eyes as I took it all back. Goodbye.
Yeah, a very dirty move on Reginald's part.
You know, there was actually a video on YouTube where the opposite thing happened.
What?
There was actually a video on YouTube where instead Henry throws Reginald off the top of that airship.
I mean, you should mention that. Because in Revenged, Henry does this exact thing.
No, you don't have to do this.
And you'd think Reginald would be doomed, but...
Anyone available? There's an attacker in the cockpit.
Yeah, very cheap move on Reginald's part. It's almost like he knew he would try this. When it comes to Mario options throughout the Henry Stickmin games, they were pretty much always a success. Whether it be this, Power Jump, the Tanuki Leaf, or the Mushroom in Stealing the Diamond. So with how often Mario-based options would be a success, I can imagine most of us would become complacent
Me?
and assume the Mario-based option here would also result in a success. Things seem to go good at first until
What'd you do with Henry?
maybe Henry should have separated himself from that guy he took control of. We all know who always has the greatest plans.
Alright, here I come. Da, 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 da.
You saw helicopter into the bloody ship.
He also tries it again around here.
I got the perfect plan. This is the greatest plan.
Charles, don't do that.
But in Valiant Hero, Charles finally gets to do the one thing he's always wanted to do.
You know what? No. This calls for some bold action. I'm the bold action man.
Warning. Critical damage to core. Please evacuate immediately.
I've always wanted to do that.
Warning.
Anyways, I should probably find a way off this station before it explodes. Looks like the door's jammed. This is the only way through.
These may not have worked out well in the end for Charles, but at least he got to do the one thing he always wanted to do.
I think
His wish finally came true.
I'm sorry I'm interrupting. I think he sings Among Us when you choose the vent.
I'm not sure. One of my most favorite fails in all of Henry Stickmin was the distraction dance.
yeah, last night.
Same here.
What? What?
What do you mean, what? That was the great music and dance! Wait, what were we doing again? I got distracted. In Triple Threat, it happens again. This time, take it to the utmost extreme.
One of the best scenes in the game.
Turned down for what?
Also, what is the guy with the cheese hat doing?
I think it's the Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's.
I don't know what that is.
And the movie.
Super Mario!
Yeah, Bernie's is a movie, as far as I know. I watched it.
Situation sorted.
Let's be honest here. Henry trying to steal a gun from someone and trying to use it against them hasn't really worked out when he did it at the first time.
But you were joking.
Good one, right, guys? Another instance of him trying and failing to use a gun to gain the advantage is here.
You missed every shot. Man, those first-person shooters make it look so easy.
Henry needs serious aim training. And serious aim training, it seems, is exactly what he got. Because in Free Man,
I need an update.
it's surprisingly good there.
He's got one of our guns. He's after us like crazy. We can't stop him. Do I gotta do everything around here?
Yeah, you do.
Now, throughout the series,
Funny.
the teleporter has always appeared at some point. And almost every single time it was available, it never worked out. It didn't work out in Breaking the Bank.
Dodgy. I'm sure we'll get better.
Didn't work out in escaping the prison.
Ready? Fire! Oh man.
You just get the hang of that thing, can you? Surprisingly, it never appeared in Stealing the Diamond.
It did, but it didn't work out in infiltrating the airship.
Uh,
That's
well, where are you
actually
going? Have fun here by yourself.
a very terrifying place to get teleported to.
Now, before you click it, let me just say, this is my favorite teleportation effect visually.
Fortunately, even in fleeing the complex, it didn't work out.
Come on now, brothers. My life for
I think that's from StarCraft, by the way.
There's literally only one other instance where the teleporter actually helped instead of hurt. And that was in stealing the diamond.
Right, I forgot about this one.
Since Puff originally intended for stealing the diamond to be the final game, he wanted to pay off this little teleporter moment by having it actually work.
And then there's the hilarious Falcon Paw. Arch.
Don't worry, we'll get to it. And since
And-
completing the mission is the actual final game in the Stickmin series, we get a very special payoff with the teleporter. But not in the way any of us could have expected.
Wanna be coming in fast.
Wait, did I just see Sans?
Yep.
Dot, 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 dot.
So, despite Henry supposedly now remembering each of his fails, there's kind of a running gag where Henry gets increasingly less trusting of the teleporter. Interesting time paradox idea. Also, Jewel Baron has another opposite outcome that doesn't show up anywhere else. In stealing the diamond, at the end of the unseen burglar path, Henry uses the diamond as essentially an offensive weapon.
That guy's dead.
Also, Henry actually tried to use the emerald as an offensive weapon in Jewel Baron. But
It's too heavy.
he really should have thought about getting higher ground before doing anything like that. Being a Pokemon fan, I was a little disappointed when the good ball ended up being a fail. A very elaborate and unexpected, let's be honest here, pretty insane fail.
Oh yeah.
I think you downloaded a faulty ROM, bro.
Playing missing no for that one.
Yeah.
I never tried the missing no glitch myself, but I kind of want to.
You-
Are you sure you want to do that?
On emulator, not on actual hardware.
Exactly.
Alright.
Better than trying to break your actual hardware, you know.
I'm not gonna try it on my 3DS. No.
Alright.
Yeah, no thanks.
In Little Nest Egg, however, there's a Pokemon option that actually works. Agility. For those who don't know, Agility is a move that raises the Pokemon speed stat by 2 stages during a battle. So to see Henry use Agility from Pokemon to gain the upper hand here was a very pleasant surprise.
I thought agility made you more
I
evasive.
didn't expect I have to use this.
Anime logic is pretty different from the games. This one's a bit of a stretch, but there's a moment in Fleeing the Complex where Henry can essentially do something bad to Ellie. While that in itself isn't really notable, notice the text that pops up in the top left corner of the screen. Ellie will remember that. Something similar happens in the Pardon Pal slash Toppat Recruits path. Except that the role, not only is the outcome different, but the roles are reversed. Henry will remember that. Funny thing though, in Ghost Inmate, Henry intentionally abandoned Ellie. But here, it was an accident. I still think that qualifies as an opposite outcome, sure, why not? Gadget Gabe. I don't even think I needed to introduce this guy. He gives tips on the most wackiest of gadgets, but they always backfire somehow. You incapacitate her in escaping the prison. Things go good at first, but then... That's a terrifying way to go.
I think something like this will come up in the beta testing.
Yeah. We have the liquidificator. Notice how Henry's standing on grass as he uses it. Not exactly a wise move. There's also the transdimensionalizer from infiltrating the airship, which you'd think would allow him to hop through different dimensions, but instead... nothing. Finally, the Shadozer.
From what I've heard, that whistling is a reference to Final Fantasy VI.
Right. I feel like this one actually could have worked, but then... Bruh, no! Getting real tired of seeing that guy. Shockingly, in Special Brovert Ops, we have a Gadget Gabe item that actually works.
What?
Pretty much every single instance of a QuickTime event, doing nothing always went wrong. Yeah, thanks for noticing. But in this part of Stickmin Space Resort,
But it's so hot.
doing nothing
You're not allowed to change
actually
lights.
helps
Right
instead of
now, drop it.
hurts.
Getting on my nerves over here.
An intruder has been spotted on the premises. Keep your eyes peeled and stop him if you spot him.
He's headed straight for the rocket. Close the main door immediately.
Also, there is one where if you do nothing in fleeing the complex, it also succeeds.
Yep. And it's right
I have to
here.
say, Henry, I'm impressed. Really, I am. You're the first person to escape the wall, but this is the end for you. You've got two options here, Henry. You stay in there, or you return with us back to the complex. What's it going to be, Henry? Well, that's just too bad.
I have to wonder
Alright, everyone,
something.
back to work.
What?
I will not forget about
How
this.
was his foot strong enough to push the truck off the edge?
When you consider how close it was to falling off the cliff to begin with,
Yeah, it was probably just like already off balance.
Yeah. To be fair, it was just close to the edge and all that.
Get out of my sight, you shoot moon! Seriously, he's like he's inserting himself into every place imaginable. Jeez. At the end of Pure-Blooded Thief and infiltrating the airship, there's an option that is a bit of a love letter to Gabe Newell, being called Gaben. We see some giant machine rise from the ground. But the joke here is that Half-Life 3, even after all these years, still doesn't exist. And it sadly might never will.
Oh, there was a third Half-Life game released, but it was just called but it was more so a prequel of Half-Life 1.
Right. But Gaybag, that also references Gabe Newell, actually works. It causes no glitching or anything, just does its thing.
I have no idea.
Also,
Maybe we can do the mission now.
uh, this is the only rapidly promoted executive ending that features Charles in any way. He gets a little cameo and I love it. And now, we get to the moment that inspired this video. Dating all the way back to Breaking the Bank, the very first success was Henry disguising himself, well, to get what he wanted. And notice the camera angle and the dialogue.
Eh? How did we lose one? I think we should throw it in the back, just to be safe. You ever wonder why there's a bank out here? Well, I think it's supposed to be like more of a vault, you know? Oh, that makes sense.
But
Freeze! Don't move!
And cleaned him out. It brings us full circle. As in the very first set of options, we can disguise ourselves as a Toppat box.
Well, I suppose we should hop in, eh? How did we lose one? I think we should throw it in the cut, just to be safe. Nah.
Wow, lazy. Although in
don't
this,
underestimate laziness.
something that Sans would most likely say. But at least being lazy actually worked out for them, even if they didn't necessarily know it. Whenever the game provided us with the Zelda option, it was almost always a fail. Like this long shot in Ghost Inmate.
Oh, we don't still have the sands.
Weird.
And funny, beforehand, in that same path, you can try the Wind Waker.
Failed to buffing up my guys and doing...
Think.
In Master Bounty Hunter, we have an option that is not only a success, but also calls back to that moment in Ghost Inmate where Henry tried to play the Wind Waker. The fail text specifically mentions an ocarina.
We've got him. Put out the signal.
So,
Attention all Toppats. We've captured your lead.
maybe this ocarina was provided to Henry by someone like Charles, and he puts it to good use. putting all the Toppats in complete disarray.
Immediately.
Who put you in charge?
One of my most favorite payoffs is the Captain Falcon reference. We've seen Henry attempt to do a Falcon move ripoff twice. The first was the Falcon Punch in stealing the diamond.
Falcon punch.
Only one man is capable of that punch.
Henry, you ripoff artist! He also tried it again in infiltrating the airship when he tried to do the Falcon kick this time.
Boo. Falcon.
He just can't seem to get the hang of this thing, can he? But, as a fun payoff, during the Wombo Combo option in Capital Games, we get one of the best payoffs I've ever seen.
Happy feet. Stickmin.
Who would have thought that's all he needed to do? With the punch, Henry barely made any flame. With the kick, he overshoots and burns himself up. I thought he'd try to get that Goldilocks Falcon move middle ground thing sorted out, but all he needed to do was just the Stickmin Punch!
Yep.
Alright, I'll let you have this one, Sunderwhoop. Or is it Shoot the Sun? I don't know.
I think you mean shoop to whoop.
I know, but it was in the sun, so I was making a joke based on that. So yeah. That is everything for the Henry Stickmin Collection. This has been so much fun to do. So now that I'm done, what's next? Well, SpongeBob recently appeared in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. So, and that kind of put me in the mood to do a SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. I've been wanting to do that one for quite some time, and since SpongeBob is now in Cross Worlds, can't think of a better time to do it. So, I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share this video around, and I know this is extremely late, but I'm going to say it one more time for the sake of it. Happy 5th anniversary to the Henry Stickmin Collection, the series where it's much more fun to fail than it is to succeed.
Oh, so you actually get to see the package there in that ending.
Yep,